Hi, this is Rachelle with Journal Life's Journey, and I am back to work in my little drink box journal. I used a drink box to make the cover. I'll link to the video where I started this in the iCard up above. Since you saw the beginnings of the drink box, I have gone in and done some stitching. I've added this hand-dyed seam binding. I initially glued it in, then I had some issues, so I went back and stitched it in just to make sure. So that's what that looks like. And I have started decorating and adding ephemera and embellishments to the inside pages. My intent was to do as much as I was able to do before I actually adhere this to the cover, but I think now is the time. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. This is where I've stitched my signatures in. It has 6 small signatures, and I'm gonna just add some. I'm not used to, usually I don't do a hidden binding, so this is a little bit new for me, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to glue this part down first, and then I will come back and glue down the fabric flaps because they will go under whatever I put on the front and back cover. So before I even go any further, let's make sure we're in the right position on the cover, the right position for the book block, and go ahead and add some glue. I'm using Fabri-Tac because I think it's pretty much the strongest glue that I have right now. So, and I want to be liberal with the glue because this is not actually sewn into the spine of the cover. I just want to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Also put plenty of glue on those stitches to make sure they stay nice and tight. Okay, now let's see if I can line everything up, checking once again to make sure I'm in the right direction. About the same space from the top and the bottom, the same space on either side. Just kind of hold that in place, let it set. Just make sure that it's as straight as it can be. So now I'm going to go in between the signatures, even though there isn't a lot of space in between them. Just press that down some more. Make sure that that adheres to the spine. I think it's good. So I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes before I move forward, just to make sure that it dries in the correct position, because I don't want it to keep sliding around like it's doing now. So let's let it rest. Okay, so I'm going to let that rest. I guess I could tie it up to hold it in place. All right, so I'm gonna let that set and I'll be back. Okay, it's been a few minutes, so now let's check it and see if it's still moving around or if it's pretty dry. I don't want to force it too much. I think it's pretty dry because it was easily sliding before. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and put down the fabric. Let's get everything out of the way of that. Just use my little brush here to spread that out. And press that down. I could probably have used my carpet tape on this. I didn't think of it, but since it's so small, I don't think I need to. So that's one side down. Let's do the other side. Just gonna push the spine down again just to make sure. I'm gonna leave that flat. Okay, so then I had started on some pieces for the front and the back. So this is what I have. For the back, I made another one of those accordion pockets using some paper that I dyed back at Halloween. And I think I used food coloring to dye this. So I made this little accordion pocket. I haven't decorated this part. I was considering using a piece of lace on here, but all of that can be done once it has been added to the journal. So I am going to go ahead and glue this piece down, and then any further work I can do on it after it's in place. Line this up kind of close to the edge, not in the fold. I think that's a pretty decent position for it. This green paper here was also some that was a product of the food coloring dye session. I think I pretty much squeezed the food coloring directly on that paper. I really like how it came out. So I'm just using little pieces of it sparingly. I think I might punch a little notch here. Let's let that dry. And then the other piece that I have a little bag here of little scraps and little things that I've been working on for this journal. Let's see if I can find the other pocket or the other piece. This one is a little more complicated for the front. So, and I'm using scraps and ephemera. So this, I intend to go like this. And then it will open like this. And these pieces will be covered, and then I'll have something on that part too. However, what's gonna hold that closed? Or should I make it fold inward? I think I might make it fold inward instead of that accordion fold. I think that's better. Then if I need to clip it, I can just put a paper clip or something on there to hold it in place. I think that's better. Okay, none of that really matters for me actually gluing it down. I don't have very much of a tab here to glue down, but let's give it a shot and try not to put too much glue and keep the pocket as open as possible. So I'm just running it down at the bottom. Let's line this up. I think that's pretty good. The main thing is this is a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. It has moths on it, and I think it will fit perfectly in that pocket that I'm trying to make on the other side, on that back side where those flaps are. So I think I'm gonna need some clips to hold this in place until that glue sets. It's kind of weird to me that it's taken so long for this glue to set today. Maybe it's the heat and humidity. Okay, so this one I think is pretty good. I don't have a closure on it either. And maybe I should have put one. We'll see. I can easily put a little something here and something on here that'll allow it to tuck in. So I'm not going to worry about that one too much. Am I pulling it off the page? I don't know. Let's press it down. Okay, and I'm going to give that a few minutes to set up, and then I'll be back to work on it a little bit more. Let's check on it and see how it is doing. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to put that one in the center for a while. Put this here. Take that one off. Hopefully it has caught. All right. So, well, I guess I can't do it like that. All right, so all the clips are off. Let's see how our pocket is. This is what I wanted to put in the pocket. Let's hope it goes in. Oh, I may have to trim it. I don't want to have to trim it, so maybe I won't. I probably just have to use that somewhere else. It's too snug, and this isn't firm enough. Let's see, to get in there. I don't want to lose my card in there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try backing it, and hopefully it can go in there with a backing on it, because it looks like it will work. If not, then I'll use it on one of these flaps, or I'll add a belly band or something to tuck it in. All right, so I also made this little envelope with some of that same paper, and I used my DIY stencil and some Tim Holtz ink, Distress ink, to ink it up. And let's see, I think I want my envelope to open this way so that it'll be easier to get into. I'm going to glue this completely down. I could leave it open on one side and use it as another pocket, but when you have a lot of pockets, that means you got to put something in there. And I think I got enough places that I need to add something into, so we're just going to do it like this and just get that to fit on there straight. And I don't know why I did the flaps on the envelope like that, but we are going to decorate that up a little bit with something. I pulled these from, yeah, that's going to show. But yeah, I pulled these from my Your Creative Studio boxes, and I have some other things in here from that box. Let's see. This is from a digital that I got on Etsy, and I think I have a few of those in here, but I think I was going to use this here, but I need to back it on something before I put that down. Let's see what else. This is some more from Your Creative Studio. So I've got some decisions to make and to decide where I'm going to put things. And I think these tags are from Shein or Your Creative Studio, one of the two. Not sure which one. But I'm going to start adding. Let's see, I don't want two of the same design here. So I'm going to start adding some elements to this, and then I guess I can come back. Let's see. I need to add something to these clear pockets that I made. I wonder if I can put this in this pocket. I might put it in there and put a pull on it and see how that works out. I am back to work on this some more. I have my glue gun warming up and I am ready to do the cover. I do have a couple of pieces here that I did in separate videos. I showed how I made my own specimen cards. I'll link to that video in the iCard, and I also did a video showing how to make this origami pouch. I'll link to that in the iCard so you can see how to make those two. I was just playing around one evening and I came up with a layout that I wanted for the cover, and I've since messed it up, but fortunately I took a picture, which is here. So I am going to use this as my guide to get it kind of just right the way that I wanted it. All right, so I have a piece of green burlap, some, oh, who makes these paper flowers? Prima. These are Prima. These are so old. I had these probably since 2015, 2016. So I have those. I'm down to the end of the package, actually. I have this piece of book page, and I wasn't sure I wanted to leave the edge the way that it is, this hard edge, but I did want it to be doubled. Let's see, if I turn it this way, it still doesn't look right. So I don't know if I'm going to tear that edge. I guess I should go ahead and tear it. I just didn't want to have to glue the two pieces. Let's go ahead and glue this first. And I'm just going to use my glue stick because it doesn't have to be 100% all the way to the edge. I think I left this open a little bit. So what I do, it wasn't closed all the way. So I'll just squirt a little water into the lid and then put that on. That also helps with it not sticking, the lid not sticking to the other part of the container. So yeah, anyway, I hope that's not dry yet. Let's close this up and then I'll go ahead and tear this edge. I don't think I want to do any inking to this either because it's enough going on. Okay, so this is the first part that I want to put down. So this is supposed to go up top like that. Okay, I'm going to use fabric tack because I really want this to stick, and I probably should layer everything on the book page, but I don't think that's gonna work. So let's do it like this. Oops. I have been putting this off and putting this off. So I'm glad to finally be working on it. Part of the reason I've been kind of postponing it is because I wasn't sure which channel I was going to do this for. Okay, so this is going to go right under Hue and then in the middle. Now, I think I'm going to use a little fabric tack for this too. Probably shouldn't, just a little. But I want it to really stick, and it is fabric, so I mean it's threads, woven threads, and isn't that what fabric is? Okay, let's get a fresh paper towel, press that down in place. Did I put enough glue on this side? So next is the specimen slide, and I had it at an angle. The picture is before I put the eyelets, but I think the eyelets kind of help set it off. Now what I'm going to do, see, I kind of want it at an angle here, but I want it down a little further. Okay, so what I'm going to do is glue this, but try to leave the edges up so that I can tuck the other elements around it. And again, I'm going to use, should I use hot glue? I'm not really good with the hot glue. I better not. Let's see. I'm going to use the fabric tack. and just hope it doesn't get on anywhere that I don't want it to go. Okay. I don't want to touch it, but I need to. So this is to go like this. Just like that. Okay. Then the ivy leaf goes under. I guess I don't know why I turned the glue gun on, because I'm not using it. The ivy leaf tucks under there, and it's not sticking, so maybe I better add some hot glue. The ivy leaf goes there. Yeah, it's not catching. Let's do the hot glue. Move that out of the way. Ooh. Watch out, fingers. Okay, let's try again. All right, so then the black flower, I'll probably add some bling to the centers of these. The black flower goes here on the edge, which is probably not good. Let's use the Fabri-Tac. One of the green flowers. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some centers in those. Okay, then we move down here to the crochet flower, which is going to cover this area. Everything is falling. Okay, where's my this little tiny number label is from Shabby Dabby Doodah, and I am going to attempt to put hot glue and not burn myself with this. It goes right here. Then, let's see, we have a dark green. Center. And then this one was an extra. This one goes back here. It's probably way too much glue, but okay, let me close this up because it's making a mess. Then last but not least, I have this. It's also from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I'm gonna use some art glitter glue for that. And I did go around it with a black marker. I didn't ink it. So I guess I'm done with the hot glue gun. Turn that off. And turn it on the other side so I can make sure that it's off. This goes here. So I don't think that little piece was supposed to be hanging out right there. Nope, it was not. So I didn't quite angle this right, but there is nothing that I can do about that now other than possibly put an additional flower there to cover it. What do we think? I don't think it's that big of a deal, but let's do it while the glue is still hot. And then I can come back and do centers in the flowers. Okay, so it's kind of like we have 3 clusters, I guess. I don't know. Then I pull this out thinking to use it. This is one of those really thick chipboard pieces from Tim Holtz. I could not think of that, but I don't think I'll use that at this point. I still want to do a little more embellishing to the cover, but for now that's it for the cover. I do also want to add some beads or charms to the strings, and I'll decorate the front a little bit more, but for now that is it. So I'm going to wrap this up for now, and then I will come back and do a final flip through. And if you didn't see the beginnings of this journal, the video, I will link it in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button for me. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Bye.